Greetings, everyone. How are you? Hope you are all doing well. My name is Janice Henderson, and I want to welcome you to Money Tube. Today's encouraging word comes to us from 1 Corinthians 10, verse 23, and it states, "All things are lawful for me, but all things are not expedient. All things are lawful for me, but all things edify not." Today, I continue to focus on the series Christian Virtues. Today's virtue is self-discipline. Self-discipline is the ability to make yourself do things you know you should do, even when you do not want to. It speaks to the ability to control one's feelings and overcome one's weaknesses. And it is important that we exercise self-discipline, we exercise self-control. You must ensure that you exercise control over the things that you can, and you are able to control yourself, and therefore you should. Know that when it comes to self-discipline, it is required for you to build yourself spiritually. Recognize that in order for you to grow in the faith and in order for you to grow spiritually, you must take time to read the Word of God. Joshua 1 verse 8 states, "This book of the law shall not depart out of my mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success." Recognize that it will take self-discipline for you to read the Word of God, because so many times days can be filled with numerous activities. Make building yourself spiritually important, and thus take the time to read the Word of God. Meditate upon the Word, because when situations arise in life, you will have to draw on the Word. But if you don't take the time to build yourself spiritually, then you will not have the weapons to use against the enemy when it comes to the Word. You must also be able to build yourself spiritually by praying and fasting. Matthew 26 verse 41 states, "Watch and pray, lest ye enter into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak." Additionally, when it comes to self-discipline, you must remove temptation. 1 Corinthians 10 verse 13 states, "There hath no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man. But God is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it." Recognize that for you to live a holy life, for you to live a consecrated life, it will require self-discipline. Numerous temptations will come, but you must be able to resist those temptations. Move yourself far from temptation. Do not put yourself in a position where you would succumb to these temptations. And know that whatever may come your way, God will make a way of escape. All you have to do is to look for that way of escape. Know that when it comes to temptation, it is not only that you need to remove the temptations that will lead to sin, but remove other temptations that are distractions that will distract you from your purpose, that will cause you to walk contrary to the will of God for your life. Our focus verse states that all things are lawful for me, but all things are not expedient, and all things edify not. At times when the enemy sees that he cannot get you to sin, he will bring good things in your path, and these will also distract you from your purpose and bring you outside of the will of God. So you must be able to avoid not only temptation to sin, but anything that would lead you outside of the will of God, anything that would distract you from your purpose. So I want to thank you for joining me today, and I invite you to join me again tomorrow for another Morning Dew. Until then, have a wonderful day, and as you go throughout the day and the rest of the week, ensure that you exercise self-discipline, because this is required to build you spiritually. Remove temptations, not only the temptation to sin, but the temptation that will lead you away and distract you from your purpose. And when you do this, you will be able to live a victorious life because you will walk in dominion, you will fulfill your God given purpose, and you will live a life that is pleasing unto God. God bless you and shalom.